Welcome back to their Team Solemn Circus Live Duel. Today on the left side, we have Spright. And on the right side here, we have Labrynth, a very cool trap deck. I think probably the best trap deck of the format. We definitely know that this is a better deck than Outlich. But Waifu, yes please. We know with the new cards from the set, I'm forgetting the name of it now. Not Darkwing Blast, but Photon Hypernova. The Labyrinth strategy gets a lot better, especially with that new big Welcome Labyrinth, just a better version of Welcome Labyrinth in their deck. Before we get into the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and well, let's dive in. I do believe that Labyrinth got to see who's going to go first here, or they didn't get to go first. That's very unfortunate. Trap decks want to go first. We're going to see the Spright player start off with a Prod of Prosperity. Here, you're going to most likely banish 3 from the top of their deck. Banish 3 from their extra deck to look at the top 3. We see a Cyber's Gadget, a red, and then a Magnamut. Going for that Cyber's Gadget, that card's correct. He needs your opponent to read it. Summons back a level 2 from the graveyard, which I don't think they're going to be able to use right now. Unless they start off with a starter, which will make them pay 11 most likely. Going for the Jet here, okay. Interesting choice. Going for the Double Cross. My favorite card in the deck. I wish that Spright was a little bit better, but they have a blue in the hand, okay. Summoning out the Carrot here, very nice. Summoning out the blue effect's going to be able to activate here. Searching for the red. Carrot in your opening hand versus the trap deck feels good. We're going to see a Link summon, most likely for the Angler, I keep saying. Spright Sprint is going to dump the Spright Angler. Or as we guys actually call it, Nimble Angler. And then we're going to see the effect, most likely summon out 2 Beavers. Unless it gets hit with an Ash Blossom. It does not, so 2 Beavers are going to be summoned out. Then we're going to overlay into a Gigantic here. And attach, most likely for a Swap Frog. And Swap here is going to send another Swap to the graveyard. And they can link away for the Boojin Link with the Gigantic as well as the activating the effect of the Swap Frog here. And they're going to be okay. Interesting choice there, leaving the Gigantic on the field. And summon out the Swap Frog with the Boojin Link as well as activate the effect, summoning out that Swap Frog as well. And then they're going to be able to make a Toad here, and they do have the Double Cross as well, and follow up with the Cyber's Gadget. They're going to normal summon Ibly. Oh no. Link away for probably an IP. And then Ibly effect's going to give them the Ibly there. And then we're going to set 1 card and pass. During the standby phase, Totally Awesome can activate its effect. The chat can summon out the Soup Frog. What a good scholar he is. So we currently have the Carrot Live, IP, and a double Toad, which is pretty good. Well, I guess IP has to activate first to do the Toad, but interesting to see what they have here. I don't know if they're going to be able to beat this. We do see, I think that's evenly in the hand of the Labrynth player. Labrynth is very good at the past YCS. I believe there was 2 of them in the top 8 position. It was a 3v3, so we could see some of that. I don't know if Labrynth could be like the next best trap deck, but still a very good deck. We do see, it looks like a handful of purple other than 1 green and a monster card, but I don't really know what they can do here. They're going to link away into Lingeribo. So they are playing it out to it, which definitely makes sense. You kind of have to. They're going to normal summon I think that's Ariana. And activate the effect. Toad's going to attempt to steal it. And they can't summon back the Toad because there's no zones that it points to, but they do have... Okay, so we could negate the Prosperity, I guess. And then Toad effect's going to add back the Beaver. So now we know they have 2 normal summons in their hand, which is kind of a weird situation. You're going to activate the Prosperity. Do you just... You're going to banish 6 for cost. Okay. I feel like you definitely... you carrot negate that, dumping the Duprog here. Attempt under battle phase, attacking into the Bujin, and they're going to end phase, or end of main, they're going to activate evenly here. And you can't... Yeah, you can't chain IP. So I'm going to simply leave the carrot on the field, and just very good choice, I think, in my opinion. You definitely want to be able to. They're going to flip up Gozen match here. So now the deck is locked into, I think, Gozen's attributes, right? Locking into fire is kind of crucial here, especially when you know that red is in graveyard, I believe. And they have Swap Frog, they cannot. But you can, yeah, set the ender battle phase. We're going to see that the carrot's going to attack into the monster. I believe that you can. We're going to set 1 card from the Labrynth player and just pass turn. So I guess they're going to be taking a slow 1000 beat down here. Setting another card and then attacking. They're going to take it once again down to the 6000. They're going to activate the Trap Tricks here. So I guess they're going to have to choose. We see they're playing the Ulti Imperms in their deck. Going for the big Welcome Labrynth here. They're going to draw for turn. Somehow they did not activate that during their turn. They're going to activate it here. And we're choosing not to negate. I'm pretty sure carrot can negate your face down monsters. I don't believe it says face up. Setting out Lovely here. Actually, that's just a regular Labrynth lady, I believe. And then we're going to be able to set a card, which we did set the Trap Tricks there, which is crazy. Enter battle phase, attacking into the Swap Frog, and passing turn on that. So we're going to enter battle phase here, and we're going to crash the carrot into the late 80, and then we're going to summon out the blue here. Now we're going to be locked in the darks, which is going to be fine. They're going to normal summon the blue. They're going to be able to special summon the other blue, and they're going to be here thinking on what they're going to use. I'm not too sure if that last card's set or not set. Kind of trippy. It doesn't look like it is. We're going to see a strike being activated here, negating it and making them take 15, so they're going to be down. They took 45 so far. But then you will activate a Trap Tricks here, banishing the Terrors of the Underroot and setting it. Activating Terrors of the Underroot here. I don't know if they probably have to do like a spell card, right? Yeah, they can do a Magnemite there. At least I think that's what it was. It has to be a dark, I know that. We're going to draw for turn here. And here we see them shuffle up their graveyard, which actually can get you a game loss. I see a Welcome Labrynth, some and the lady here, and that's going to be just a scoop there. That was lovely, my bad. Something like lovely, and they just realized that they've had enough. And you definitely cannot shuffle up your graveyard. The graveyard has to remain in the correct order for proper game state. What I think is interesting, but it makes sense though. If you have to have to like fix the gameplay, I guess in this case I don't really think that it would matter very much. But for a lot of clarifications of stuff like Tri-Brigades, for example, like what was summoned properly and what was not, and just stuff like that, trying to maintain that correct game state. So we'd see that the Spright player ended up losing as well as they did win the die roll. So we're going to be seeing that the trap deck has the advantage, and they had a really good board. That evenly was a little bit too much. Evenly is crazy. I like evenly in main decks. I think it's just really good. Like if you go first, it's like okay, whatever. You have like a dead trap, so what? But going second with your trap card, it's huge if you open it. Like okay, they make a board, you have evenly. It's just massive because like what you're gonna set 4 anyways, set 5 anyways. Like who cares? You're getting rid of so many problems. As well as like an outlet, you could discard it with the Lord as well. So if it wasn't like completely dead going first, um, which is very good. I guess it would like kind of be dead till turn 3, but at the same time, you're gonna be discarding a trap anyways. Not much the double, just worth opening your options. And like trap decks normally have a disadvantage as well, with evenly being a huge card. It's just great. So we're gonna see Prosperity is gonna start off here, banishing. They're gonna choose to go first once again. Obviously, you don't want to let a trap deck go first. I wonder if you'd like keep a solid line to Zeus available for your trap. For like if you're playing against a trap matchup, you're gonna see a gadget, a jet, and we're gonna see a cosmic here. Very very important that we have cosmics in our deck. I think a lot of players. We're gonna normal summon the Dupe Frog. Okay, special summon with the blue. Activating the blue effect. Probably searching for the carrot here. It's interesting how like a lot of decks struggle like siding, especially like with cards like with discard and stuff. You don't want to play like twins. A lot of people are playing like lightning storms evenly, but those are both like hard going second cards. It's like you don't want to let a trap deck go first. You're just gonna search for the smashers. You're gonna link away for the angler sender here. Sprin, we're gonna see Sprin dumping the angler. Angler's gonna summon out 2 swap frogs. What am I saying? Two nimble beavers. They're gonna most likely overlay the gigantic, into the gigantic angler, summoning out most likely the swap frog from the deck, sending a swap frog. Very new standard line, pretty basic, same as like last, I guess pre-ban list. It was pretty much the same. We're gonna link both of those off into the Bujin link, and the swap frog bounces off to the hand. By the way, then Bujin's gonna activate its effect here, summon out both swaps, overlay into the totally awesome. And they did have the zone. They could have went for double toad here if they wanted to, but they chose not to. We're going to see a set 2 and a pass. During the standby phase, they're going to detach. Are they playing 2 Dupe Frog? Oh no, someone with the 3rd swap. That makes sense. We're going to see a set 5. They're going to attempt to activate the smashers here during the end phase. Banishing the the jet. They're going to chain the cosmic. And that's what the cosmic's going to attempt to do, the middle one, and then the second. And where they hit, we see a skill drain as well as a welcome labyrinth. Shutting down 2 of those cards is pretty huge, especially when you have a toad negate as well as a carrot. have 2 negates here. We're going to go standby phase, activate Toad, and then... Oh, they can activate Gigantic and detaching from Toad to summon out. I figured you could do that. Summoning out Blue. Blue effect's going to search for the Jet. Jet effect's going to search for the Gamma Burst. And uh-oh. This definitely looks like game. I love Gamma Burst in the main. I don't know if it's, the best going first. Maybe it's a trap deck because you want to be able to kill them quick. Turning the carrot into attack. And this definitely turns down to those traps. Better be good traps and better be good traps right now. Here, they take a second to read the Gamma Burst. Do they even reveal their stuff? I feel like you just don't want to let your opponent know what traps you're playing, unless they already know. This was in Top Cut. They're going to attempt to go into battle here. I feel like you just have to, you flip them. So we're going to see the big welcome. And that's an attempt. Oh, you can't summon it because we already activated Gigantic. That's crazy, yeah. They're going to Toad negate. They're going to chain the strike to that, and you can't negate that with carrot. I don't really know how you can do that because Gigantic locks you. It locks everyone into level 2s. So we're going to be seeing... I guess he's doing that on the activation of Gigantic, but it's kind of too late for that. We're going to see Lovely being special summoned here in the main phase. I guess they're going to just go back to that. We're going to see Phoenix activate here, discarding the Angler to spin back the other trap card. I'm going to chain the Terror of the Underroot there. I feel like you just negate that. Yeah, I just feel like you negate that completely. We're going to see the Carrot negate. Now, leaving the 1 card left in hand, they do have the Gigantic. And they do have a Gamma Burst. And we have the Gigantic at 32 still. But I don't think that's enough for game. We're going to see Gamma Burst boost all this up, and then we're going to see the Phoenix attack, and then the Gigantic attack for 46. That's going to be enough for game there, I believe. Let's see here. 32 plus, that's 46, then plus the 24. And they already took 15. So yeah, that's pretty much going to be game, if not game there. So moving on to game 3, we did see that Spright was able to take it. They did have a little miscommunication there. You cannot summon. I guess they said, oh, I'll just chain to the Gigantic. And the opponent said, yeah, sure. Unfortunately, if this was like a regionals, you would not be able to do that. But, I'm not the player. Just going to communicate the game state that we saw. I guess if you don't know what Gigantic does, then I guess your opponent should explain it to you. But very crazy. Gigantic's a crazy card still, like stopping Nib and stuff like that. I mean, what else can you really ask for? Summon out a monster from your deck, crazy. Locking you into level 2, which is what your whole deck revolves around. Very good. But I don't really know what they're going to be able to do going second. I mean, I can assume we're going to see some evenly matches and some lightning storms in the side. We did see the Cosmics as well, but unfortunately Cosmic is only a 1-for-1 at the cost of 1,000 life points here. So it's interesting. We're going to see the Ariana being normal summoned, and I don't think we see a Prosperity blue. I think that was a red, In the hand, we're going to search for the big welcome. And then we're going to see a set 1, 2, and 3, 4, leaving one card in hand and passing. And is that a starter as well? So we see Prosperity, blue, red, and I believe that was a starter. And the Magnemite revealed. That's quite unfortunate there. That was revealed in plain sight. I think there's a jet as well, so now we know the entire hand. And they're going to probably start off by activating the Prosperity, I believe. Or maybe want to bait it with the effect of Giant. No, you definitely start off with the Pros. We're going to see the starter be activated here. Maybe trying to bait that trap card. Trying to like stop it so maybe it hits an Ash Blossom so they can actually search their deck. Maybe. Because, you know, the fear of summoning out a carrot is huge. Having to deal with that initial threat right off the bat. Did they just reveal Prosperity as well? That's a huge L. You can't be revealing your cards. Now he's going to probably let that go because he doesn't care if you you don't want to stop this now because you know I have Prosperity. So you can't be seeing like those like blowout cards that be like Lightning Storm and stuff like that. Like, so you're saving yourself from the Lightning Storm here, practically. We're going to see Jet here is going to flip the skill drain on the activation of Jet, and now you're locked into that monster. So like you're stuck, you can't even out it, or special with the blue, activate the effect here. And like now you're just playing with no blowout cards. You know, you also don't have Cosmic, or else you would have activated that, or twinned the chain of it so you could resolve that blue to search for smashers. We're going to see it summon out the red. Why would you search? Oh, right, he can't search off blue. That makes sense. Linking both those away for a sprint? For IP, okay. And then this is where they make Gigantic with 32 and start just attacking. I feel like so you kind of have to do here. Especially with the Jet. And then Link to Phoenix. Oh, they're going for the Avermax, but they can't because they went already with the effective starter. That's kind of rough. We're going to see the welcome here, bounce, and their return, and then summon out. That's big welcome here, something with the lovely. They're going to set one card there and pass turn. Kind of rough. Well, I don't think they have this. Like, skill drain is huge against Spright. Definitely a misplay there. They didn't even activate Prosperity. Yeah, I don't think that Spright has this for sure. They know they've set a Prosperity and they have Magnemite in hand, so it shouldn't be very difficult. We're seeing Lovely turn to attack position here. Lovely's going to attack into the IP. We're going to set one card and pass. We're going to see an Angler being drawn. You just flip Prosperity here. Pray that you draw it evenly. You just have to. Then you have to like attack the Phoenix into the Lovely, and then either Prosperity or Lightning Storm. You have to. I see a normal summon of an Angler here. Maybe trying to go to the Gigantic. I don't know. Maybe they just don't play the those board breakers either. I'm not too sure. They were going to activate the effect of Magnemite to banish to summon itself out. Linking both those away for Sprint, and then we're going to just be linking once again into most likely the Avermax or a Gigantic here. I feel like Avermax is just a play. And just passing turn. What? Why? We're going to see the effect banish, then we're going to bounce. Then we're going to summon the Ariana and attack for game. They're lovely, as well as the Ariana. Why? Yeah, here we're going to see the top 3 cards. Unfortunately, they did not get to see it. And I think they only played the Cosmic, unfortunately, which is why they did not go for those draws. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.